Hello, this is Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming, and we are looking at the newest Smite God that just came out a day or two ago, and Skadi, or Skadi, however you pronounce it. But let's take a look at her. As we see with the build, it's pretty simple hunter stuff. If you've seen my Neath video, it actually is almost a complete rip-off of it, with one difference, but let's take a look. We've got Ninja Tabi as your normal starter. Now we've got Hastened Fatalis in the 2 spot. She's a bit of a chaser, Skadi, or Skadi is, so Hastened Fatalis definitely helps with that. Next we've got Executioner, basic attack, speed, physical power, reduced physical protections. Then we've got Sais for some more damage based on health, and then since that she doesn't have a whole lot of basic attack damage, so this is really helpful. But then we've got Rage for critical strike chance, physical power, and then basic attacks. Critical strike, your chance increases by 10%. And then we've got Deathbringer to completely nuke everyone's face late game with physical power, critical strike chance, critical strike damage. Then we've got Purification, remove CC. Then we've got Sanctuary, which is really nice for Skadi because she doesn't have an escape, so this is really nice for her. Now let's get to her abilities. As you see, she has a wolf with her, and that is her big thing, is Kaldr, her wolf, which basically he has 5 hit points. He has 2 forms, Beast and Elemental. When he's in Beast form, he attacks enemies but can also be attacked. While he's in Elemental, he is immune to attacks and regenerates health. And he only has 5, he can only take 5 hits from other sources that aren't laying minions, so he can, and if it's 5 hits, he's done. And that can really hurt if you're sending him after a hunter, since they usually have really good attack speed. And he just gets ding, 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 and then he runs back to you. He can be kind of a pain there. But her first ability is Piercing Cold. She throws an ice spear, and it slows them for 3 seconds. And then Kaldr's basic attacks deal double damage to targets afflicted by it. So this is definitely a good thing to hit him with right before Kaldr starts hitting him. Next we've got Rune of the Hunt, which is Kaldr's toggle ability. So basically when it levels up, he gains 3 new abilities. He gains more damage to Skadi's basic attack damage. So late after he gets his 5th ability, he can definitely hurt. Now we've got Permafrost, which basically just makes people slide around and slows them, then does some damage. It's definitely, I think, her weakest ability. And then we've got her ultimate, Winter's Grasp, which puts snowstorms around you and Kaldr, and then does a decent amount of damage and also roots enemies. And then Kaldr, while this is active, is immune to damage. So even if he only has 1 HP, if you have an enemy that's weak, send him out and then activate Winter's Grasp. They can definitely get screwed. And then for the God Builder, her default one isn't bad, but I made this one to get Kaldr leveled up as fast as possible. He's at rank 5 by level 11, so he definitely can do some damage early game with this. But this is definitely a late game build, so be careful early game. Just basically, if you're doing this build, make sure you make good use of Kaldr because he gets level 5 really quick, so he can do a lot of damage. And you can get you some early game kills. But let's take a look at some gameplay now to figure out how to play her. So Skadi overall might not seem like she plays too different from a normal hunter, but having Kaldr is definitely a big difference. She's pretty normal, but Kaldr, he is the big wild card. If you can utilize Kaldr, you can completely face roll anyone late in the game. You will not be beaten in a single target matchup simply due to the fact that, or I mean a 1v1 matchup, simply due to the fact that you're just going to out damage most people. Even the only way you're losing is if you get absolutely CC nuked by some single in a 1v1. But besides that, you're going to be able to handle just about anyone that comes your way. Now, obviously, as you saw, her big combo is hitting Piercing Cold, then having Kaldr hit him, whoever you hit the Piercing Cold with. So, basically, if you want someone to get dead, you just do that, because Kaldr will do big damage to those enemies. But like I also said, she's a bit of a chaser, so make sure you use Hastened Fatalis. Just make sure you don't miss if you have to chase someone, so you can just keep speed with them. Piercing Cold people that are trying to run, send Kaldr after them. The biggest thing with getting Kaldr up to level 5 so early is to basically so he can chase people down. He has that one dash attack that he gets pretty early, and that can really help if he starts lagging behind. All of a sudden he'll just shoot up and hit him and kill him. So basically make use of that. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. She's really not that hard to play, despite the fact that Smite says she's hard to play. She really isn't hard at all. Just make sure you manage Kaldr well, get him back up to 5 HP if he gets wrecked. So, just send him out and he gets smorked in like 2 or 3 hits by some hunter. Because that's really his weakness, is a fast-hitting hunter or warrior that can just hit him 5 times in like 3 seconds to freaking kill him. So, even then, late game, you're so overpowered with Sais, Rage, and Deathbringer that you can still do a ton of damage in a really short amount of time. So, that's pretty much all there is to it. She's not hard to play, just have to manage Kaldr. Use your ult to make him immune if you really want to nuke someone. And she's really good at killing tanks with Kaldr, since you can do so much damage late game between you and Kaldr just combining. So she's definitely the one that can actually kill tanks fast, besides like your normal mage that just smorks everyone with a ultimate ability. But thanks for watching, and I'll see ya probably trying to snatch Skadi from me.